Welcome to the final step of the door scene, editing the final cut. This step challenges students to add transitions, music, titles, and effects to enhance the film's overall impact and make the story clearer, more interesting, and more dramatic. As they re-edit their films, students should consider the following. How does the use of transitions affect the mood, perception of time, and dramatic intent of their film? Does the music they're using enhance the overall story of the film? Does the effect they're using distract from or sharpen the mood or tone of the film? After the students have finished their final edit, the class gets a chance to see how far they've come in such a short time.
We have another exhibit, and the students then are amazed at what they've accomplished, but also what the other groups have done. Because different groups do things differently.
During this final exhibition, encourage the group to discuss whether or not the final film conforms to the original assignment parameters, time limitations, and special requirements. Explore whether or not each film has incorporated suggestions from the class. And most importantly, point out how each film improved with each new iteration. No doubt, your students will be excited by their progress.
The additional effects you're able to put in, did it help the story? Please raise your hand. Josh?
I don't think it helped their story much because they didn't actually use much effects. But it kind of made it all together, made it seem like I guess it did. It made it seem like a full story, like a full scene, like complete.
Okay, so it made it appear to be a complete story. Now, they didn't do...
Their achievement, their growth, their understanding of core visual literacy, that development from just a few days before is so clear and so evident to them that they are ready to shoot something else. They've got the bug. They understand the basics of the magic.
Got it. But on this version, it was obvious that you had planned it and you had a vision to tell your story and you made it happen with the camera. Your first one, you were just kind of, okay, let's do it how we can. It was more like documenting a live event of somebody just walking to a door. While this final version was there to build the tension and to tell a story. It's what teaches the students how to use the camera. It's what teaches them how to use the editing software. It teaches them the importance of storyboarding, script writing, planning, time management. The door scene is the foundation for the entire screen education process. Quite a change from the first one. Group B, do you feel more confident with the camera? Hector?
Yes, because now, before we didn't know how to use, the zoom. Well, we did use the zoom, which now we know not to, so we didn't use it, and we know to cut on certain spots and continue on from different shots and more angles.
Okay, yeah, it worked great. A lot of great shots, a lot of great angles, very interesting. The door scene, like all project-based learning, builds all the skills that students need to work successfully in the real world. They get the communication skills, they get the listening skills, they get the compromise skills. They learn how to listen to each other and to accept critical feedback without taking it personally, but to also give critical feedback without giving it personally, without giving it negatively. The rain effect that you use. Good thing, bad thing? What do you think, groups? Monica.
Sort of like a sunny day and then it's like raining, just these raindrops.
So it was bright and sunny, and then the raindrops with the sound that didn't match up?
Yeah.
Okay. Chico?
Instead of making it so bright, they were able to make it all dark and then have the rain. I guess that could kind of set the mood, because in other movies, in scary movies, whenever someone's about to die, it just happens to be raining at the time. So I think that it would be able to set the mood. I kind of see where they're trying to go with that, but I don't think it really worked.
Okay, because it's too bright. So maybe they could have added another effect to make it darker.
I think that learning from other students helps because you understand their point of view more, that when they see something, you know that you'd catch the same thing in them.
Who's that?
The most exciting was the door scene and how to get to the movie that we were doing, and it taught me by experience, and that's how I learned. The screen education process, it would also teach you a different way of learning. It made us learn it from experience.
What I learned from the door scene was basically everything you need to make a film. I learned the shots, I was able to take the criticism, collaborating with a group of people, and then taking it all to editing on the computer, being able to have your final product and be proud of it. And then looking back on your original, you're like, oh wow. It's like feeling proud that you went from this one all the way up.
Whatever the subject matter is, the steps of the screen ed process, as activated by the door scene, relate directly to a more principled, a more complete understanding of that core subject. And all of those 21st century skills that go along with working as a crew, working with technology, working to a budget and a deadline. That's the screen ed process.
By the end of the door scene, students are ready, willing, and able to embark on a filmmaking journey that will open their minds to a new way of learning, a new way of understanding the world around them. It's a journey that will transform your classroom in ways you never expected.